I remember I was in a space I was in the other time when I was educating these people. Because I went in there as somebody that is neutral. I didn't want to bring anything Biafra. I was talking to them, and one of them, this idiot is a Biafran. And he said his own argument is, oh, yeah, I listened to Mazen because most of these people, because they've been damaged for so long, even when they live in Europe, they are still damaged. And he's like, oh, yeah, I was here when Mazen they kind of came to Houston. And, but, you know, I didn't buy into his ideology. And how can he tell me to go and with a small, you know, Biafra and leave this big Nigeria, this big melting pot of terrorists? But he didn't say the melting. He said, because of course, he's a Biafran. He has to be a businessman, and he's already calculated. You know, with Nigeria, there's so many people living in there, and he's like, how do you want me to abandon all of this thing and then go and then be in your own country, in your own small country? Because to him, Biafra land is small. And and then when I asked him another question, I said, this thing that you're saying, oh, it's all fine and good. I asked him a question about saying somebody like him in Biafra land saying that he wants a saying, you know, like he wants to develop economy of the East, he wants to build something and all that, and or just says anything that the Fulani says, we don't like that one. The next minute you will be in prison. If he says something that Fulani doesn't want, doesn't like, he will be in prison. But Fulani can tell you that they want to make sure that they put Muslims in power so that they continue to maintain the caliphate that they have in the northern Nigeria, and they continue to maintain the stronghold that they hold in the entire zoo. And I'm like, Fulani can come out and say that, but you yourself, you can't even say it. For example, what because the one I used was the one Ahmadu Bello actually said. I say, like, for example, what Ahmadu Bello said, right? And he said, he's a Biafran. He told me, is he God? He said, is Ahmadu Bello God? Something that one man said cannot dictate my future. I'm laughing. I'm looking at this Okoko, and I'm like, Jesus Christ, how do you? He's like, is Ahmadu Bello God? And I'm like, Ahmadu Bello is not God, but everything he said, are you not living through it now? Didn't he make the system, design the system so that they will use you as their foot soldiers? They will keep you poor. To enrich themselves. The president is nobody, because they have looted so much money that you know how much the average Nigerians are so poor. Why Fulani owns? They can tell you. One of them, the other during immediately after the election, that supposedly won the election, came out and declared that he has, I believe it's 9 trillion naira to declare. A government official has now over either 9 or 12 trillion. Jesus Christ. This person doesn't have a single business on his own. He doesn't own a company. He hasn't manufactured anything. How the hell is he declaring 9 trillion? And this is ordinary governor. Pablo ECOWAS. I think that's the new name that they call him. Pablo ECOWAS, the president of the zoo. Tinubu, the drug dealer. Nobody knows how much he has. And you want to continue to live in this country. And he's telling me, oh, is Fulani God? I should have answered him, yes. In Nigeria, Fulanis are God. You can take it, you can live it. They have designed Nigeria and they have become your God. And the only way you can get yourself out of that madness is if you fight for your freedom. They are spending billions in the so-called training, or I don't know what they really call it. They pump billions into Islamic studies, training radicalizing these youths, sending them to the worst countries where they get radicalized and they become menace to society. They come back, they become Boko Haram commanders. They radicalize these people and then they put them in the government. Tell me one program that they have where they send Christians out or traditionalists out to go and get training. They spend billions, they pump billions into Islamic studies. What? They come out, they become what? Doctors? Can they become doctors? No. Can they become nurses? No. They hand them power. They become your next governor. They continue the genocide. They continue the caliphate. And this is just the tip. It's just sad that
the first, sorry to interrupt you. It's very important that you read what Ahmadu Bello said, so that people who don't know what Ahmadu Bello said, they will know exactly.
Well, go ahead, go read it. You can read it.
Okay. Let's just let me pull it out. Okay, Ahmadu Bello said, the new nation called Nigeria should be an estate of our great-grandfathers, Ottoman and Fodio. We must ruthlessly prevent a change of power. We use the minority of the North as willing tools and the South as a conquered territory, and never allow them to rule over us and never allow them to have control over their future. That's what Ahmadu Bello said. Thank you.
Thank you for reading that. To average Nigeria, they will actually say, is he God? I was one day, Okoko, a buffoon. He asked me, is Ahmadu Bello God? Yes. In Nigeria, he is. He designed Nigeria. He made it possible that you can have nice things. He made it, he's the reason why you're poor. He's the reason why you're running away from your land. He's the reason why Fulani has taken over anything, despite being less than 1% of the population and not even indigenous to Nigeria. Somehow they have taken over and now they control your life. Yes, to Okoko Nigerians, Ahmadu Bello is God. Maybe if I were there, that would sink in. Because honestly, I don't know how to. This was a question somebody was asking me. When you look at reality, everything Ahmadu Bello said is exactly what you're experiencing, even worse than what he said. You don't have access to what is in your ground. You can't even, you don't have a hospital, you don't have anything. You're living, you're miserable, you're forced to live in Europe. You don't have a source, so any day that you rise up to say, no, enough, you get killed. Because they told him, go and pray. Prayer answers everything, and they continue to pray while their future is being destroyed. They continue to pray while everything that God has blessed them with is being taken over by invaders. They continue. I mean, Jesus Christ, even Fulani raped. There was a time, I believe it was maybe 6 months ago, when they invaded a church, raped all the women inside church. They're praying. That's why I say that 99% of Nigerians are mentally retarded, mentally unstable. That's why understand this fact. That's why we've taken the responsibility of our own people, because they can no longer make decisions for themselves, and we've taken that responsibility. It's not a democracy for those that say, oh, why don't you allow people to? We don't. It's not a democracy. Nigeria was not a democracy, so why the hell do you want us to be democratic about it? Any day that they try to say that bullshit narrative, ask them, is Nigeria a democratic nation? Does Nigeria have a democratic constitution? So why the hell would they expect us to be democratic? No, we're going to fight with everything. If you don't want to sit at home, we will make you sit at home. If you don't observe the curfew, we will make you observe the curfew. Because your madness is just, it is killing all of us. The reason, your stupidity is the reason why we're all in Europe. Because if you actually rose up to the occasion and fought, if your forefathers, if our forefathers continue to fight, we wouldn't be in Europe. We would be in our ancestral home. Jesus Christ, the brain of an average Nigerian, I think I posted how their brain looks like. Somebody should post that thing again. There's nothing in there other than shit. Actual shit. That's what's in the brain of an average Nigerian. When you open it up, it stinks. Oh my God, it stinks. Absolute shit. You ask them, the people with professors on their name, you ask them, oh, they tell you, oh, in the history of Nigeria, you know, Ahmadu Bello did, Zik did this, did that, and I'm looking at this, I'm like, wow. Okoko. Because they have been indoctrinated, they've been given the wrong history, and they come out to spew their rubbish online. See, this Biafra struggle is not pretty. Once we get Biafra, then we will actually talk about democracy. And speaking of struggle, today, based on the report that is coming here, the American government have now recognized the Nigerians. They have now recognized their the Revolutionary Army, and now they want to recognize them. It didn't take long, did it? If you're not ready to fight, get the hell out of the way and allow people that want to fight, let them fight. After we fight and die, come back, we will give you conditions how you will stay in the land. Or you think that we're going to fight and die and get freedom, you're just going to come and populate. I swear to God, God will punish all of you. So continue, you know, the people for the non-Biafrans, I don't, you know, you people, you know, you can have sex with the Fulani, we don't give a shit. You can embrace the Fulani even more, we don't give a shit. For the Biafrans, you have a problem. You see, if you don't support the movement, if you're not sitting at home, we're not begging you. But one thing you have to understand is that you see this freedom, we're gonna get it, and once we get it, we give you condition. You'll be living in your ancestral home with condition. And honestly, I think that condition should also extend to your children. To your children, all your generation. So that whenever they look in the mirror, they will look at cowards. Whenever they go to the hospital and they tell them, oh, you're going to donate blood, they're going to look at that blood and see, oh my God, I have the blood of a coward in me. our Prime Minister said, if that's what we're, people say, oh, that means you're going to segregate. We will segregate the shit out of you people. You think other people's children will go and die for your children to come and populate Biafra? This is strictly for Biafrans. Gone are the days when we beg you to join the freedom. You see this fight? We are fighting it. We're already fighting it. Call those on ground. Call your family on ground and tell them. Ask them a question. And if you're not going to fight, we're going to bring it to your doorsteps. Gone are the days when we look faces. Gone are the days when we try to sugarcoat things. Or you see, the same way Israel has taken the gloves off in dealing with these terrorists is the same way we've taken the gloves off in dealing with our own terrorists. Whether those within and those without. You see how the Nigerians show their madness? Today, America has recognized them. That is the same way we are going to show our madness in the coming weeks. What Nigeria government has seen so far is nothing compared to the amount of madness that we are going to unleash on entire Nigerians, not just in the land. If you don't show the world that you're crazy, that you're as crazy as the next person, they will keep kicking you in the ass. The same way they're giving it to Obi. We're going to show our own madness. We're not taking anybody's land. Biafra land is our land. All we want is the invaders out of our land. We never signed up to become Nigerians. Nobody ever consulted us to be Nigerians. Nigeria was forced on each and every one of us. Killed us to maintain Nigeria. Starved our children to maintain Nigeria. And even when we said, well, all right, we accepted Nigeria, what did they do? Did they stop killing us? No. They even started the more genocide. They've been killing us since after the war. And you think we're just going to keep our mouth shut, not do nothing? Let them go. Those that want to negotiate with the Nigerian government, go ahead. One thing I assure you, you're going to come back and shame will not allow you to say what you see. Mazen Namdekano immediately he raised the dragon flag up. He said, this flag will not come down until Biafra is declared and defended. Anybody else saying anything contrary to that, you are on your own. So go and get your money, because we know that's exactly what it is. Go and get your money. It's actually your money. But like we always say, anything we see in the bush becomes bullshit. After the convention in 10 days, the gate of hell that is open right now is not the gate of hell that's going to be open after 10 days from today. We're going to open a different kind of gate of hell. When we unmute yourself.
Thank you. Good evening, Biafrans, all over the world. I greet each and every one of you. The first, thank you so much for standing tall. I pray for more wisdom upon you. We are no longer lamenting. What we do is they play, they show. Nigeria is a shame to humanity. Very big shame, I tell you. A shame in the sense that who could, like, I can't imagine like being in Nigeria. As I talk to you now, when you enter public transport in the zoo currently, when you go down from that public transport, instead of you to be checking your phone to know whether your phone is lost, you'll be checking your penis. That is the worst part of it right now. Penis got more than 20 penises got lost today as I talk to you. And these Zunerians, they are not ashamed of the things that is happening in this rubbish country. They keep parading it. Even bring...
I can't help myself. Zoo. Help me. God. Daddy, I'm sorry. I just couldn't contain myself. Go ahead. Let me hear.
This is seriously, this is not a joking matter, but sometimes it turns out to be joke. I went to petrol station, to buy fuel, and when I just finished for me to zoom off, I saw a group of people gathered at the back of my car. And I said, "Oga, shift here, I want to go." He said, "This man took my penis." As in, like, really, like, are you being serious? He said, I became very interested to know what is happening. And I packed very well. And I asked him, "Oga, come. Can you come here?" He came. I said, "Open your this, let me see." And lo and behold, this guy showed it to me. Nothing there, absolutely nothing. I now confronted the other, person, and I said, "Why are you doing this?" And now started giving him. He said, one Baba from Kaduna gave him something, and he knows how to do. Like, this confession came to, like, I have the video here. I was like, really? Like, seriously? And then people gathered him. I don't know what later happened, but I left them there because that's not my business. Things are happening, I tell you. Things are happening. Zoo is becoming a shame to humanity. Not only black people, but humanity. Like, humanity, if you are a human being, you will be ashamed of yourself, seeing yourself in the same world with the Zoological Republic Nigerians. Honestly, I feel ashamed to be even part of this side of the world. I tell you, if I'm ashamed of myself. These things you see on social media is real. Is real, I tell you. Somebody you tell me you have, if you're not shit brainer, according to my brother, the first, you go to a Baba to go and collect someone's penis. What are you doing with it? He said that they will lock it up somewhere, and when time goes on, it will start bringing out money. Everything, money. When you talk about crime against humanity in Nigeria, when you talk about internet fraud, is in Nigeria. When you talk about 419, is in Nigeria. When you talk about, nobody will trust Nigerians anymore. God Almighty, what brought me to this kind of the world? This side of the world, I am sick and tired of the whole situation. Just let Biafrans go, please, God. I always pray every day. I don't know what else to do. Honestly, it's like, Kai. The first, I don't know what to say, man. Like, I don't know what to say. Seriously, I don't know what to say. Zoo is a shame to humanity.
Make sure you're holding on to your own penis.
The video he's talking about, I just posted it now. It's true. A woman sold up to 3 or 4 penises. Only one woman though, at a time, and they are begging her to return it. The video is there. I just posted it now.
Oh my God. So there's still it disappear or it doesn't function anymore. I have to now I'm touching my own so that Zoo. Ah God. Ah ah Zoo is a comedy show. It's a comedy show. The atrocities is just too much. It's a comedy show. Now he has gone to the extent of stealing people's penises. Wow. Just wow. Oh God. We must continue. We wanted to say something. When make sure you protect your own. Oh. Make sure you buy iron. Yeah. Make sure you buy key. Buy lock. No, you're a Biafran. It will never happen to a Biafran. It will continue to happen to Nigerians. That will be Nigeria will continue to happen to each and every one of them. And they shouldn't be screaming and crying, oh, they've stolen my penis. No, they will steal all of it. Now, if you're a Nigerian, you're a criminal. That's the only way you will allow, you will look at everything that Nigeria is and say, yes, I want more. I want more. You wake up every day, you hear things that you're like, is this even real? But the fact is, the people have become numb to it. They don't, it's no longer anything. Whether it is 500 killed in Plateau over in one night, 1,000 killed in Benue. But the only thing the Zoom media will do, if it's 1,000, they will tell you 5 people got killed. If it's 5,000, they will say 2. And you say, for how long? For how long? For how long are you going to continue?
The first, I'm here, my brother.
Yeah, go ahead. Go ahead,
Yeah,
watching it.
I salute you, my brother. I greet each and every one of you, my brothers and sisters. Of course, I will always salute our men on ground. I will salute the Liberation Army, the resistance fighter, the Black Marine, each and every one of these guys. I give my shout out to all of you, and I greet our Prime Minister, the great man himself, and our Biafra government in exile, and all the ministers here, and most especially all of you that stand so tall. I was listening to my lovely brother Win. It sounds funny, but it's a serious matter. It sounds funny. I was listening to someone today when he was mentioning that in New York, he's ashamed to go work on his neighborhood as a Nigerian. But when this person finished saying stuff like this, I was expecting him to say something reasonable. If he come back to talk about how Nigeria can be great, then you started asking yourself, what is going on here? Somebody in New York, not in the zoo, you know? So you started asking yourself, is something, as our brother before said, these people's brain is completely damaged. And when somebody talking about Biafra, yeah, Biafra is a freedom. Biafra is life, not just a freedom, but a life for us. And it's non-negotiable. If anyone thinking about that, I don't think you are in the right place, because the era has not been, and it will never be, and it will not be now, because we have gone beyond. There is no word in our dictionary called negotiation or whatever they may call it, because one of our brother made mention. I don't know if it's my lovely brother. It is me. Speak about Egypt, resisting the terrorists not coming into their land. My dear brother and sister, we have suffered a nightmare living in the zoo for years. We have suffered, it's the worst thing that can happen to any man or woman that come to this planet Earth. To have something to do with the zoo, to have anything to do with these people that believe in one Nigeria. This is the worst thing that can happen to any man alive or anyone about to come as a Biafran. These people does not deserve. They don't deserve to live around you. Talk less of being in your home, being in your home of affair, because they are the one, as if not this moment we are, each and every one of you, and our prime minister stepping in, our good guy, Mazi Simon Ekpa, coming in. These people are in control of everywhere in Biafra land, including those that are supposedly fighting for the freedom at that time. They are all working hand in hand. Just like what is happening in the court today. A son, supposedly be a son, being in a court without argument, coming to appeal to the government. You ask yourself, what is going on? The way you sound, you made mention of that. They will, them and their grandchildren, they will be what this. People will not understand what you are feeling because they are dumb ass. Either they are dumb, or these people, there are this mentality in the zoo. You see the Escobar son. That is why the Escobar son went to the social media and tell them, support my father. He's gonna turn water into wine. Because he want to fly in a Nigerian Air Force One or whatever they may call it. And so the mentality of the people is that they want to be a friend of this idiot. They don't care what happens to their children, what's gonna be their future. They want to be a friend of this kind of lunatics. For them, it's special to be a friend of a son of a president you wanna be. They just have this mentality, this IQ. If you call it what you call it that their brain is, you are even given a glory. These people have nothing upstairs there. These are empty brain. They don't see the danger. They don't see the danger in the life of their children. Even those that have not gotten married, those that are about, that have not have children, they don't see the danger. The ones back home, the ones in abroad who think that they want to go into politics and that's what they call it. They call it something like there's one snack they use when somebody hits money. That's the way they use it in the zoo. They want to hit, or they want to, somebody who have never worked in his life. He just want to come to zoo and the hammer. They call it hammer. They want to hammer. As their pastor narrates it, that God will give you a key on 2024, 2022, or whatever you may call it, or 2020. These are mentality that have crowded their mind. That is why when you say that we have to take decision for our people, this is the best thing that can happen to them. But the foolish ones will not understand it. They will not understand it. They will not understand what you're saying. You will see the most ignorant one will say, what is he talking about? But when somebody out there asks you, what is he talking about? Then you look around you. You look at it from the outside the box. You ask yourself, these people, they want to celebrate Christmas. It is you in the diaspora. They want to pay school fees. It is you in the diaspora. They want to do anything. It is you in the diaspora. But you want to start up a business. It is you in the diaspora. Whatever they want to do, it is. But when they come for you to take a decision and look at there is no road there. There is no nation there. What you have here is a terrorist state. What you have here is uninhabitable for you. And somebody who is a friend of one of the governor wannabe, elite wannabe, will tell him that, no, don't listen to him. Just to tell you how stupid, how mental, they don't think from the, they don't look at the both sides. These people they have gone. The mentality is completely destroyed. People living in a darkness. I saw a video. A guy was shouting. I don't really know what happened there. The woman was shouting, say, you're going to shoot me. I know that is a man in terrorist, either in the name of police or in the name of army. One was shouting, "Don't touch my mother." Look at that is night, and that is a street light. The street light is like a children's torch shining. You cannot see nothing. And you tell me that if somebody come to that place and carry out any kind of atrocity, how can you know who did it? Even the video is not clear. Only what you are hearing, "Don't touch my mother." What you are hearing, you say you're gonna shoot me. You don't even see what is going on, and that may be around, maybe just that is night for them. Somebody have lived in a place there is no running water, there is no road, there is no light. His internet is unbearable, or her internet. He does not have access to any social media, what is happening around the globe. How can you think such a person can reason? And you, who is in the limelight, trying to tell him that, listen, there's a problem here. From their primary school to so-called university of a strike of 4 years, graduate in 1 year, there is no history. He or she don't even know where she's coming from. So when you are trying to take a decision for such people, you will see them ranting. And the one that managed to be abroad, who want to be obedient, who want to be a senator tomorrow, or who want to be a House of Representatives, or who want to be something in the zoo, who know that he's coming into the criminal chamber to grab his own or her own, we start telling them that Nigeria will be fine. And on the process, there's killings everywhere. Can you imagine somebody will go to a village where there is trees? He will bombard the village and come and say that he went to destroy ESN camp. He went to destroy Liberation Army camp. And you tell me that these people are normal. There is something wrong. Somebody living outside the country, a place like New York, telling you that he's ashamed to work in the neighborhood as a Nigerian. And what are you doing about it? Absolutely nothing. I saw somebody lamenting. He was lamenting, you know why? He never laments about 28 men killed in Mazi Nnamdi Kanu's house. Why one of the soldiers that was commanded was on air in the same Twitter space once, tell them that I was among those that were commanded to go there and kill Mazi Nnamdi Kanu, not to arrest him. But they were lamenting because of the treasonable felony of Showore. That why would somebody get arrested in Abia State or Lagos or somewhere in Ondo or so? It doesn't matter. Then he will be taken to Abuja. What if the family does not have access of flight or somebody to take care of that person? Anybody got arrested, you know what they are doing? They are telling you that Fulani will come to your state and kidnap you. I have had several cases of Imo State. People get arrested. What of when the useless this one in River State, what is his name? The useless idiot that is in charge of Abuja now. When he got some ladies, he picks up some ladies from River State. Where did he take them? To Abuja. You go to village, hope was not come to Imo State with his colleagues, some his criminal colleagues, then got somebody arrested. Not arrested, kidnapped in the name of arrest. Abuja. You ask yourself, why can't you, okay, for example, the case of Mazi Nnamdi Kanu, let him be in Umai. Let him be in Abia State. Showore, why not you keep Showore case in Lagos? That will tell you that all of you are just commodity. All of you are just a bunch of commodity, a bunch of goose for Fulanis and the British people. And when you come to Britain, you see them in their street of Birmingham celebrating. Celebrate that, what they call it, these Hamas people are celebrating, dancing. And why their prime minister is coming out to tell you that he's down with Israel. These are a bunch of idiots. And our brother made mention of this thing that is happening to Hamas and Israel. If it was before, they will start killing our people. Of course, if before they will start killing our people, you know why? Because that time we were thinking that we have an IPOB that can defend our people. We were thinking that we have people. But all they do is to wear clothes to dance on the streets. Someone will be in UK who is working with M16. He command them, our colossus of our time. Mazi Nnamdi Kanu is the beginning and the end. He will tell them to go out. Lion Squad is out. The same person will be discussing with so-called terrorists in the uniform. They will shoot all our brothers. He will ask them to go to Abia State school. They will go there just to pray. The same guy who is there calling Mazi Nnamdi Kanu Colossus, we will stand in his back. Onyendu, the Messiah. These people are because they are all working. One made mention of, you don't know that DOS is a senators. You know what that means? He knows that both your so-called senators and DOS are one. Some of them confess indirectly. But thank God that people who are reasonable can put 1 + 1. It became 2. Thank God for our Mazin. Thank God for our Prime Minister who make us understand what, you can analyze things. We never knew about this. We just listened and we just pick up our car and drive and just drove off and think that we are fighting for our people. Thank God they came up on board. You can listen to now. I can keep listening. After I will listen to each and every one of you, bring everything together. You can be able to get the answer. Thanks to our Prime Minister. Because we never knew. We can just listen. After we listen finish, we say, yes, we are doing it. Command and control, do not say anything. But today I can listen to the Fourth, I can listen to my sister Mary, I can listen to Win-Win, I can listen to Christopher, I can listen to Mapis, I can listen to Biafra Queen. I would put I can listen to our brother Ugo 247. I will put everything together. I can be able to pick up something. It doesn't matter. It take me 1 hour, 2 hours. I don't need to move my car. I will just try, or if I'm at home, I have to just try to put things together. We can be able. Today they cannot do it because right today, all of us here, you talk to your home. If you are somebody who have men on ground before you travel, you try to talk to the men in your hometown. This is what you need to put your eye on ground. Anywhere you can support them, you support them. Let them to understand that we are not fighting to come and be a chief of the state or whatever. We are fighting to survive. These children you are giving birth here, you will come back and see them being slaughtered. But it cannot be like that today because Fulanis have understand something. They have understand something that those marketers, you would then think that these are when they say Igbos, forget about Igbos. You look at those people market, think that if you close their shop, they will start begging. They will go to their head will beg. It's no more that Igbos, that's Biafran people. They call Igbos. We are all Biafrans are Igbo. It's no more the same. They have understood that the military on ground, the men all over the whole world are ready to smash you wherever we see you. We are ready to smash you. Somebody was comparing about Israel. If Israel did what we are doing today, if Israel takes this decision we are doing, sometimes we have to look at it this way. What Biafrans of today, for the past 2 years or 3 years now, is doing, if Israel takes the decision we took and do what we are doing, Hamas will not have the right to storm into the music festival and take their people like that. If they took the decision long ago, this wouldn't have happened. They wouldn't have lost more casualties lives like this. But sometimes when you leave them creep in, just the same what our fathers they did. No, our fathers did what they need to do. But after our fathers, the lunatics and saboteurs and enablers that took over our place, PGs set up by Fulanis, Ohanes and Ndochi set up by Fulanis, governors set up by Fulanis, started encouraging them to take Fulanis in the name of Hausa Fulani as a gateman, as those that clean their nails, as those that give sell fruit to them. Narrative that fruit cannot grow in a fertile soil of Biafra land. That fruits come from the Fulanis. Food, without their food, we can't survive. Dangote have to supply. This kind of narrative, they bring enablers that brainwash our people to make our people to think that they cannot grow cow in their land. All these things happen to us because when they be able to capture all these rounds, they build biggest mosque in Ebonyi State. They put one in Douglas Road there, then say children, then say parts of human being, everything. I understand what our prime minister don't want to go into destroying those things. I know what the word, but those places will be those. You see, these mosques have to be clear when the time comes. I'm not here to advise our prime because I'm strongly believe in him. I know everything he's doing is right. But you see, those places, it's no go area. There is no time I went home. I take my time to walk around that place. I'm not saying I'm not scared of all this idiot. The era of you have to be scared of. You don't have to be scared of all this. You just have to, because it's your land. We are talking about your land here. We are talking about your land here. We are talking about your mother's land. You don't need to be scared of all those morons. You don't need to be scared of anything. The reason why Fulani cannot attack our people today because they see that That great Biafrans we are talking about, they are here today. They are lecturing their village people. They are lecturing their guys in the town. Some of them know the truth. Everyone know the truth. Everyone, even those that are not, they know the truth. I'm not talking about the enablers and the saboteurs. Those ones, I don't give a damn what they know or what they don't know. But the Biafrans someday, each and every one of them knows that you have to cross information to your families. You need to give information to your hometown. You need now there is army. Now there is men all over the whole world. Now there is a government. Now there's a prime minister who can give order, and the order will be carried out immediately. Then Fulani, raise your hand. There is no Fulani. All those people they armed. All those people they put on the Dangote truck shipped in our land. Give them, give each and every one of them an army license. Stop there. All these criminals, all of them have been brought down, and all of them will continue to die. They don't have men anymore. That is why they want to recruit people. They start begging for people to be recruited, and nobody's answering them. The era of zoo has gone. But what pains me most is some people will know that they are in a deep shit. You cannot come out in your street and proudly say you are a Nigerian, but you're not doing anything about it. Those that are doing something about it, you are just talking trash about them. But I understand that the trash has started going down because everybody has started collecting from wherever you are, in New York, in Australia, you have started feeling the heat of the zoological republic of animals. That thing that the wise ones have seen for years and be crying for it. You have started seeing it right now. When the Biafrans has gone 99%. I don't know what is your hope as a Nigerian. Keep beating around the bush. Show what was kidnapped, was taken away to Abuja. Now you people are talking about it. Mazin Nandikano have been talking about this for a long time. But today you people are coming to talk about it.
Oh, did they kidnap him again?
They brought up his case up again.
Oh, they should deal with him.
His case is up again.
Nigeria should deal with him. Anybody that supports Nigeria will continue to happen to him. Of course, they will promise him money the next day. He will start running for another office. He's a criminal.
This guy promoted Buhari. This guy knows the truth. He used to have promoted Buhari, including Adiola that was working for them then, including Dr. Damage was making his own in a joke. But they keep promoting even Adiola. I could remember Adiola dragged the clothes of Nkonjiwala on the street of New York, including Jonathan. But when the dead Buhari visited, they couldn't even step their foot around that premises. I could remember Adiola nearly dragged Jonathan clothes, or I think either Jonathan or Nkonjiwala, where he wanted to drag you on the clothes. They give you, because a Biafran was in power, everything was working fine. You have free to make jokes of them. At the end of the day, what happened? You people brought a monster, and it has smashed 60-something thousand of you onto the grave, including your can. Can was slaughtered like a Christmas goat. What did you do about it? Obi will come and fix it. Obi, who has been the corridor of power. Or same Obi, who was in Anambra State. All of you keep fooling yourselves. Keep fooling yourselves. All of you from A to Z. I could remember one guy. He never want to show up in anything politics. Why? He were busy interviewing Obi. Peaceful everybody. Why? You want to keep one Nigeria. You want to get into power. You want to steal. You want to get involved in a criminal organization called Nigeria. When people say that our children need a home, we Biafrans have children all over the whole world. They need to have a place. You have to work on this. You need to come out from a New York State and say, I am a Biafra, I am a Dudua, I am an Arua. There will be a competition. You don't want that. You want to be a friend of a drug addict, drug dealer son. You want to be in a Nigerian Air Force One with a friend. You want to be a friend of a senator. That is what you want. You want to condition our people through enablers. Those that you will condition for road in Biafra land, they will eat the money. Those that will prescribe all Biafrans as a terrorist. Those that will call those that will say a terrorist is a bandit. Those that will tell you that if you don't want to give out your land? Is it not somebody that is alive who have a land? That means you are telling them that give your land or you die. It's crazy. But at the end of the day, all we have to do, we are not going to negotiate with nobody. The elastic limit, the last place is Biafra. Biafra is the last. It does not matter whoever. If my father came out from, just come from grave today and said, we have to negotiate, I knock him back to grave and cover it 12 feet more. To tell you how crazy can be. And do not forget, there are many standing by. If it happens tomorrow, like as Israel, that everybody should pick an arm. One thing I have to remember, Nigeria, I want to remind you something. Biafran, man or woman, old or young, it does not take 6 months to study anything you give him to learn. And he never take third in any position. If you allow them to pick arm, you see that gun, all those AK, we will be specialists for shooting. And you know what happens? Everybody go down. It does not matter who the hell are you. Put this in mind. It's not a blah, blah. A Biafran does not take 6 months to learn something. And he's not taught in any field. So if you come a field of military and shooting and bombing, it takes 3 days, a Biafran to be the best in any field. So go home, each and every one of you, you're a zoo person, think about it, and what will be the result? The result is that everybody go down. Thank you, my brother.
Thank you Chineke, for that wonderful submission. We it's like you said, it's not that when we already picked up on against the God. That's what they are talking about, negotiation. People, I don't know what they are trying to do, but the Kepu, let it remain Kepu. Let it remain on the Zoom media.
No, my brother, the first. What I'm saying is that if it happens to be that everyone has to pick it up, not our military,
everyone. I mean, it's getting to that point, like we told them, if what it takes is for every Biafran, both those and abroad, to go to Biafra land and defend it. Once Biafra is declared, I'll be on the first plane to Biafra land to defend it. There's no two ways about it. It doesn't take long to know how to. I mean, if I'm going down with at least 10 Fulani. It's gonna be at least minimum 10 Fulani. Make sure that we pump the living hell out of them. You can't come to our land and take our land, and we watch you do it. Kill our people, and while you're preaching me about peace. It's the height of the stupidity, right? On one hand, they're preaching you about peace. On the other hand, they are literally killing you, raping your women and children, and people are not talking. I keep asking. The outrage that we are seeing from the Islamic countries, Islam all over Europe, all over the world, why come we never saw it happen? What happened in Israel just a few days ago is a daily occurrence in the zoo called Nigeria, aka the British slaughter camp. It's a daily occurrence. From the Islamic terrorists, Boko Haram, ISWAP, and ISIS, you don't see them, the same outrage. You don't see them on the street condemning it. No, they don't condemn it. You see them, oh, well, if they're the one, like the ones that we've seen on this space, oh, well, if they are the one that did it, I condemn. And like, what the fuck do you mean if they're the one? When you have eyewitnesses, victims telling you who did it, and you're like, well, they are not like that. They are good and bad, all of that nonsense. We've gone past that stage where we look face in our freedom. While we try, we will offend anybody, we will step on any toes, we will burn whatever bridges to make sure that we get our freedom. It is Biafra first and nothing else. Whatever it takes to make sure that this freedom is restored is what we are going to do. And we are following that template, and we are doing it to the best of our ability, and it is working perfectly. And it will continue to work. Today, entire Biafra land is sealed. If we decide to declare Biafra today, we're going to defend it. And we're going to continue to, we're going to continue to play this game with Nigeria government. Pending the day the Prime Minister will say, this is the day we are going to declare Biafra. Then everybody will get ready. Everybody will get ready to defend the land of Biafra to the last man standing. We're not cowards. We don't pray for God to come down and defend the land of Biafra. No, we pray for God to give us the strength to conquer our enemies. That's the kind of prayer that we pray today. We don't pray for God to come and defend the land of Biafra. No, we pray for him to give us the strength to confront our enemy, because we know that Fulani, one thing Fulani, and you saw it happen in Israel, one thing these terrorists are scared of are men that can stand them and fight. That's why they go after the children, go after the women, go after the defenseless, those that can't defend themselves. As soon as they face superior power or equal power, you see them, they start crying. They start crying. Instead of shouting, Allahu Akbar, they start to look for Jesus. Just like one of the terrorists that our men visited, and he ran away. Throw his gun away, throw everything, went into a shop owned by Biafran. And a Biafran gave him cover, which I'm still angry why a Biafran will give a terrorist cover. And he went down on his knees. Instead of shouting Allahu Akbar, he started, Jesus, Jesus, they killed our men. They killed our men. Oh, Jesus, thank you. I'm like, oh, you remember Jesus? Oh, you remember there's Jesus. That's why we can never give them opportunity to look for Jesus. We send them to 70 where they will go, and then they will think about their life here on earth. The day Biafra is declared, we will go and defend it to the last man standing, whatever it takes. That's why every Biafran should get ready, because it's the coming weeks, months, PM haven't said what day it's going to be, but it's happening. And we must get ready. And like I said, if you don't have the balls to fight, if you don't have this pain in your heart to decimate all Nigerian terrorists in our land, those on foot soldiers, those they are foot soldiers, those wherever they come from, if you don't have it, then step out of the way. Those that want to use Mazen Nnamdi Kanu to shine, they are going to be disappointed. Because like I keep saying, Mazen Nnamdi Kanu has done his work 1,000%. He has done everything that he set out to do. His job was to awaken the spirit of Biafra, laying dormant inside of each and every one of us. And that spirit is burning, that fire is burning. And I swear to God, that fire, if we don't quench Nigeria, we're going to use that fire to burn Nigeria to the ground. Instead of us not living our ancestral home, instead of us, some uncircumcised rapist, Muslim rapist taking over our land, will burn everything in it. We have no fear. We say the truth as it is, without fear, and we confront our enemies without fear. That's why Nigeria has not been able to solve the big equation, which is our prime minister. or being able to defeat the Biafra Liberation Army. Every day they come, at night they will come, they will get decimated, they will run away, they will look for warehouse to burn and say, look, they will look for women and children, will look for civilian home, they will set it on fire and say, look, ESN camp that we burnt, thinking that their propaganda is going to hold water. The propaganda doesn't hold water anymore. That thing that they use to subdue Biafra after 3 years, 1967, 1970, that thing can never work again. You know, there's a saying that we say, that we always say, you know, when you find out that the reverend, you know how they normally wear a gown, and you keep wondering, is he wearing trousers? Is he wearing pants underneath that gown? And the day that you found out that, you know, father also wear pants or trousers or whatever you call it, you know, that's the day that you stop being scared of the reverend. And that's exactly what Biafrans have come to know. The day we found out how Fulani operates, the day we found out why they were able to kill our people, starve them, starve 6 million of them, and then forcefully, at the barrel of gun, take our nation from us. And people will come today and tell me that Biafra never existed. Who the fuck are you? You're telling me that Biafra never existed, but Nigeria is only 60-something years old. Before Nigeria, like, I didn't have a country. You're telling me that before Nigeria, which is only, what, 60-something years old, that we didn't have a country. We fell from the sky. But of course, nobody wants to say the truth. They don't want to say it because it's an unpopular opinion. The truth is, we had a country, we had a nation, and Nigeria took the British, the greatest crime in human history, took our nation, forced us into an arrangement that is killing us. And when we decided to go back to our nation, what did they do? They slaughtered over 6 million Biafra, you know, little children. Today they are telling you, oh, look, little children, what happened to the Biafran children? I posted a video, a picture on the Jumbotron from the government, showing you videos of little children that the British government starved to death. They killed over 6 million of them, lied about the numbers, lied about everything. Yet I'm the one that is the terrorist for saying, I want my land back. I don't want your arrangement. I say, call for a referendum. You declared Biafra, an entire race and a nation declared us terrorists. And then started bombing us, throwing bombs. There was no outrage. There was nothing. All we got when we came out to speak about it, what did we do? Banned from Twitter. Luckily, Twitter is Elon Musk now allow us to speak. Banned from Facebook. You can't even create an account for one day and talk about Biafra on Facebook. Banned on YouTube. Literally live on air. Our prime minister was doing broadcast. They shut him down live on air because he's showing video of something that they don't want us to see. Facebook, if you put the picture of our prime minister, they'll block you. They will tell you, oh, look, not Facebook, to YouTube. Facebook won't even allow you to create an account. YouTube will just shut you down and say, look, community, you just violated the community just for putting picture of our prime minister. That's what we get in return. You didn't see the outrage. If we want to start to be honest to each other, then shouldn't justice be universal? Shouldn't human rights be universal? Or is it just on paper? That's why we don't look to any mountain for our help. We are our own help. All we ask God is to give us the strength to confront our enemies, to confront those that came to kill us. The terrorist Janjaweed from Futajelon, and those that the British handed Nigeria over to, that have made it their goal to exterminate us. They divided us. That was not enough. Now they want to literally slaughter each and every one of us, and you want me to keep silent? Oh, you are joking. You are absolutely joking, and we can never, ever accept it. Those that want to negotiate Biafra, go ahead and do your go get your money. That's the only thing I will tell you. Go and get money, and then come back and then see how Biafrans are gonna treat you. You're going to, in the name of, I don't know what in the name, because their statement and those that are doing underground, they are not from the government. So go and get your money. I will never be against you if you're going to go and get your money, because it is your money that Fulani looted. Go get your money. One thing I assure you is that whether you use the name of Mazen Nnamdi Kanu, whether you use Mazen Nnamdi Kanu, whether you use, it doesn't matter who you use. You're gonna hit not a brick wall, iron wall is what you're gonna hit, and you're gonna hit it face first, because we're gonna. You see how the Ambazonians, the people that are doing me the most proud, they are shooting these betrayers, those working for the enemy within Ambazonia. They bring them out on the street and they shoot them. You can call it whatever you want. That's exactly what. So go get your money and make sure that you eat it fast, because it will be a shame if you get that money and then you didn't stay alive to eat it. It will be a shame. It's coming to that point, because we don't have prison where we're going to put you. No, we're going to put you out of your misery. Anybody that comes to sabotage Biafra, we're going to put you out of your mission, whether enemy from within or without. "10 days from now, the Biafra self-referendum convention is taking place. That's going to be something that's never been done in the Biafran history up to this moment, since after the genocide, the Nigerian genocide against Biafrans. We're going to sing in Finland. Like I keep hammering on, those that have what it takes to go, make sure you attend. If you don't support, go to the ESN website, go to the New Dimension website, go to the, I know we also have a GoFundMe. We have all that different places where you can go and do the needful. Do your part. Allow the government to do their part. Allow the Liberation Army, the Black Marines, the resistance fighters, allow them to do their part. We will confront our enemies. We are confronting our enemies without fear or prejudice. We stand with Israel, and we stand with people that stand with us. We stand with people that stand with us. And if the devil wake up today and stand with Biafrans, we will shout the praise, we will start singing the praises of Biafrans, of the devil. That's how crazy we are for our freedom. That is how angry and mad we are for our freedom. Your enemy don't have to be my enemy, and my friends don't have to be your friends. Our objective is the restoration of the sovereign state of Biafra. Keyword, restoration. Because some Okoko, I don't know if it's the grammar that they don't understand. Restoration. You can never restore what wasn't. We are restoring what has been, always has been, or was taken away. We are restoring it back to the original form. We are restoring our dignity back. That is what it means. And if that's the last thing we did here on earth, we count it as a privilege. Hell is in our national anthem. If death is the price we pay for this freedom, we will count it as a privilege. Today is really both men, women, 90-year-old men, everybody rising up to defend their land. And if they die in the process, they count it as a privilege. We've done it before, and we're here to finish. University, you're welcome. You have the mic, University.
Thank you very much, Professor. I greet all the Biafrans in the house. I can see our ministers. I greet all the ministers in the house. Minister Barawasone and 247. I greet all of you. I greet you, my sister Mary Tekem, and Eunice and everybody in the house. The Chukwuka Abiyama continue to bless you for the great job that you are doing, and all of you who are doing wonders in your areas. Because our freedom is what we are here to secure. Biafra is freedom. It is non-negotiable, and it cannot be traded for anything. We are not going to trade our own freedom for anything, because if you know what is happening, if you see what is happening in the world today, you will understand why we shouldn't joke with our freedom as a Biafran people. If we don't secure this very freedom, the world will go worst. Always remember that Biafra is the kingdom of God on earth, not just the kingdom of God on earth. It is a beacon of light. It is a hope for mankind. This light that must shine, if this light doesn't shine, there's going to be a huge darkness upon this surface of this very earth. Of course, many things have happened before, war, invasions, and anything that happened, not the way it is today. But since these very damnable people lay hands on the children of God and starve millions of our children to death, people who would have made this world a better place, people who would have, if Biafra had continuously existing, turned Africa to a mini heaven. They killed them. You can see the war, you could see their intelligence, everything that they have created. And everything they have done was not a waste. Even many of our ancestors gave their life for it. But that status quo, that legacy, the platform that they have laid down, is what we are here to finish, and we must finish it absolutely, completely. Our leader have said that we are not going to leave any stone unturned. Nothing is going to be left behind. Every Biafrans must be ready for anything, any kind of sacrifice that you can make. Those days in my place, there are a lot of witches. I mean, good witches. All these people need to rise up. We are all targets. We are all victims. But if you murmur or you complain or you cry for mercy, you beg, the world doesn't listen to that. If you have enough arm and enough money, look at people, take Nigeria from example. The people who steal money are called rich people. And the people who try to be good, some at the earlier stage, people were volunteering to work. They just do it not for money. But those people, they later became poor people because they thought the life was still the way it was. They didn't know that they have been left behind. Britain and the Fulani brought disease to our land. And to clean up this very disease is going to take a lot of things. Please donate. Please donate to the ESM fund. Donate to the pay your BA taxes. Donate to the government fund. And you see how God will use his angels to clean up this debt. Our freedom is completely unnegotiable because it is our soul. We are not common goose. We are not marketable commodities. We are human beings, and we are not just human beings. We are princes and princesses, kings and queens. We are spiritual people. We are called by the name of God. Those who are called by the name of God shall renew their strength, and they shall do exploit. Every work you will do as a Biafran, God is adding maximum profit to you. Because Chukwukika Biama know that you need to support your nation. You need to pay your tax. You need to support the Biafran Republic government in exile to do its marvelous jobs. Our freedom, Biafra is our freedom, is our hope, is our life, is everything for us. Sometimes those people who do not understand how we operate, they at times think that maybe we are mad, we are crazy. We are very, very crazy for freedom. We have not even started. If you think that we are crazy and you want to see our craziness, support us with your resources. Support the movement with your finance, and you will see how crazy we are. All the manipulations of the damnable Zoological Republic of Nigeria has continued to fail. I'm even seeing a group, they said that they are Biafran government. They have never issued anything like this. I say, who are these people? Who is listening to these people? And people are sharing such nonsense. If you think that you can collect money from the zoo government and behave like by establishing a government, the day we will lay hands on you, it will never be well with you. I promise you that. Including those who are banging beside the fence. Hand will touch you, all of you. We will stand very strongly in this face of freedom, and we will fight everything fightable. For me, I'm here. As long as it's going to take. I will keep doing the needful to ensure that those of you who are even saying rubbish from Delta State, you are not a problem. My problem is the people in the local areas. They are the owners of the land, and they deserve better. But you went to the United States. You never thought about how can your place be like that place that you are enjoying. You enjoy ceaseless light every day. Since you came to America, they have never taken, there was nothing like NEPA, up NEPA or down NEPA. There has never been anything like that. You have clean water in your house. You have clean environment. You take your children to the park. Why our people are losing losing their own parents and becoming orphans? It will never be well with you, because you have seen what people have done with their intelligence, but you choose not to show your people that part. You want to come back and they will call you all manner of names. You will open arms and behave like a big man. Because if you know that if Biafra come, you will not have opportunity to do that. When you come back from work, you are very tired. And you have to wake up early in the morning, maybe 3 or 4 a.m. You wouldn't have time for such thing. Intimidation. People with low self-esteem, they are the people who shows bigmanity to somebody who you believe that is not up to your level. It's a shame. Biafra have so much to give us, only if we can give him a chance. It is our land. It is your land. We have to do something aside this very evil that Nigeria brought to us. We are the only one who can provide this and lasting solution, not just to our problem in the coast, in Biafra land, but also to entire Africa. Our freedom is completely non-negotiable. We are requiring that the damnable Zoological Republic of Nigeria should come to terms with Biafran government and talk to us like government to government. Don't call anybody criminals. Don't call a fellow government criminals. It is because you don't understand. Maybe it is the English, or there's something that is wrong somewhere, or some kind of hypocrisy. Or, when you are so hypocritic, then you make shame of yourself even without knowing it. Some of them even refer to a prime minister as governor. This is insane. You must address the government of Biafra as a government, a legitimate government of Biafra land that Biafran people listens to. And that is why we will continue to take instructions from the government of Biafra as what comes next. And we will continue to listen and respect the instruction from the government of Biafra directly from our Prime Minister. I thank you very much, fellow Biafrans, for giving me this opportunity to talk to you this evening from my location. And Mitukoki Kabiama continue to bless you and bless you, our Minister for Information, and my brother Ugochukwu 247, Biafran Voice. And of course, the professor of the University of Biafra. I thank you so much. And I yield my mic to you, sir. Mr. Professor, was I being heard? Okay.
Thank you.
Thank you, Machineke. Thank you.
Thank you. I see the Minister of Information here. I see Yamazuko has spoken. Minister may be in the other room. And let's see, I believe Ugochukwu has spoken. And we have to start to round up, guys. So I'll give. There's 4 people requesting. I'm not sure why he's doing that. But those that were not able to get mic that requested, I apologize. I don't know. Only those that I saw were requesting were the ones that I gave mic. If you requested and mic was not given to you, I apologize. And sometimes you just have to go out and come back in, or follow me and see if that helps. I don't know, but we'll try. And if you didn't speak today because of one reason or another, you'll speak tomorrow. I appreciate it, Biafrans. Mazoek, are you there? I'll give you 1 minute, and then we'll go Chukwu and our old Mary, and then we'll see if the Minister of Information has something he wants to say to us before we call it a day. All right, Mazugo, go ahead. Mazugo, are you with us? Yeah, go ahead. You want to say something before we call it a day? I'll give you 1 minute closing remark.
Yeah, my brother, I thank you so much, and I thank each and every one of you that always doing the needful. We cannot thank you guys enough. And I just want to use the opportunity to say to each and every one of us, we should always, each and every one of us should put the garment of honesty to the motherland, sincerity to the motherland, and committed. Fulani, we should have it in mind that Fulani know very, very well that you Biafrans are capable to take what belongs to you. It doesn't matter what their ancestors, Goodmans and Fodio, whatever they may call it, said. Just honesty to our fatherland, and we will get there. Thank you so much.
Thank you. Thank you, Machineke. Mazoeka, go ahead. Mazoeka, are you sleeping? All right, Mary. Mary, are you here?
I'm here. I'm talking, okay?
Oh, okay. Go ahead.
Thank you, Biafrans. Lovers of freedom. We must continue. We never look back until we get to our destination. We must intensify what we're doing without minding whose source is God. Anybody who stands on our way, we must correct the person, because we have suffered so much. We have suffered so much in our lands that no other is have suffered. anybody who will look us and see what we're suffering and still want to add more, whether the person is from within, we will start from within, because the enemy within, without them, the external enemy will not be active. Thank you so much, BIAFRANS. More grace to Elvis. Thank you.
Thank you. Thank you, Wachineke. Mary, are you with us, Mary? Mary, are you here? All right, our Mary is receiving advice. I want to say shout out to Eunice for coming up and speaking early in the morning. Shout out to William, Christopher, Mr. Snow. We hope you're doing good today. I see Geneka, our phonetic angels. Let's see. I see a lot of there's so many people, so I can't mention all the name, but all the Simons, all the Eberimas, all the lovers of freedom, the saboteurs, every one of you guys, I appreciate it. Always coming, always being here with us. You know, this is where we come and we say it like it is, and we don't mince word and we don't put things. Anybody that want to hear about the friends, why would history will continue